Hello. I forgot to pick some water, so I'll be right back. All right. Hi everyone. I think I'm about set up. I got the drawing things here, paper, phone for reference, the paints. I'm gonna use these lovely paints, water, brushes for a lifetime. So yeah. So hi Sam and Otto and Chris Crafts and Dan and Grace and Cyan and Lana and Carol. And yeah, welcome. Is that Lucas Tube Cobalt Turquoise? Yes, it is. It's the only Lucas paint I bought because I wanted to try them. That was before the whole mess with the cobalt pigments being not super great in terms of how they are mined. So yeah. Yep. It's the tube kind of cracks me up. It's so stubby. I think I feel some kind of kinship with this tube. Like short and stubby? Sounds familiar. Hi Heather and Denise. Oh. My workspace is a mess. Okay. Can I find just the... Oh, okay, I think I can squeeze in here. Yep. Okay, so the thing about the cobalt pigments is that poor Denise, she just comes in and we are discussing this super bad thing she just found out about, as we all did. But apparently the way they mine the pigments for cobalt, not necessarily just for paint, but for cobalt in general, is through child labor. And not any kind of great way that could be, just awful stuff. I didn't check the whole thing. I think Denise watched it, but oh, I'm laughing because Heather wrote something that is really funny. She wrote, "I'm not overweight, I'm under height." Yep, sounds about right. So yeah, basically it's a bit difficult to know where the cobalt is sourced. Like if your cobalt is from a mine that does not employs child labor, then I guess that's fine. Denise was telling me that there are cobalt mines in Canada, so I really hope that at least the American company make use of that. But yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. because it's not a practice most of us would want to encourage. And yeah, I didn't watch the video because I need to be in a really good mindset to be able to watch these kinds of things, because it's just so depressing otherwise, and depressing in a way that is kind of difficult to stomach. So yeah, I have to watch it at some point, but I'm sort of gearing up to it. But basically, like, Cobalt is not awesome. Oh, I forgot my tea. I knew I forgot something. Okay, be right back. All right. Ah, I have tea. Yeah, so yeah, the whole Cobalt situation is kind of really lousy. And hopefully some sort of awareness of this will perhaps come to light and will allow us to make better choices when we buy paint. So yeah. I was thinking about this and I just wanted to show something that I think is kind of interesting, but you know how you have cobalt, turquoise and all that? Well, Holbein makes a turquoise blue, which is a very, you know, it's a mix of 3 colors, of course, but you know, if you want a turquoise color that is not made from cobalt, that is safer to use in many ways, and possibly quite less pricey, I think this one is rather nice. It's PG7, so phthalo green, blue shade, phthalo blue, and white, titanium white. So it's kind of similar to PG50 a bit. And you know, it's in the range of the cobalt colors, so I figured I would mention it because it can be kind of a way to go around the issues you can find with a cobalt color. Hi Keria and Laura. You didn't miss the party. It is getting started. The tea is with soy cream. Oh, okay. Hi Dryad. I'm gonna quickly recap the cobalt deal, or if someone in the chat wants to mention it. But basically, it was found out that a lot of cobalt is mined in a situation that uses child labor. So that's really not a super nice practice that a lot of us would rather not encourage. Encourage? Word. But yeah, so it's sort of all new, and it's really disheartening to see that not that I enjoy child labor, I think no one does, but it's to see, like, child labor is always, like, absurdly terrible, like, they will behave in the worst way possible, and you're like, is that necessary, really? Anyway, it's all bad, so there's no saving something that is super bad. But, yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the board with all the cute pets. Oh, speaking of Carrie, I don't think you sent me any pics with Stewie and Bella. My phone is running out of battery, so I will have to plug it. Hi Lee and Bastet. Question. Have you tried Daniel Smith Cobalt Violet Deep? Only in the dot card. But yeah, I haven't tried it aside from that. But I really like all the... Oh yeah, I have a bit of a show and tell before I get started. But following Otto's good advice, I started playing more with my paints and painting some things that are more abstract. I have a lot of, like, I want to say used papers, but, you know, failed paintings and quite a bunch of sheets of paper that I inherited, but that is quite old. So I'm not sure, like, the binder in the paper is still very good. So anyway, I have a lot of supplies that I don't really know how to use and that I don't feel I can use for pieces I want to sell, like illustration, either because the texture is wrong or because I am not sure what I'm gonna end up with. So I did a couple of abstract paintings and I wanted to show them to you because I can. And basically I've been just having fun with all the colors that I don't really know how to use, like the Primatex and stuff, and like playing with masking fluid. So basically just getting some more experience in supplies that I don't use regularly, like this has some gold foil. That is probably why I had a super bad migraine the other day. This stuff, it's window size, but I got a bottle of it from my local pigment shop. It works really nice, but it smells really strong. So yeah, I think I will use my mask next time I use this stuff. So catching up on the chat. So I did this one, and I had these paper with kind of an under painting that I didn't know what to do with them. So I made a few abstracts just for the sake of playing with stuff. And I had a blast with the... I like the shiny stuff. Like not cover everything up with shiny, but it can really bring something interesting to these. And it was a good exercise on how I can layer colors and what works, what doesn't work, and the kind of colors I can get. And yeah. And also a good way to use the Daniel Smith FX paints, like the duochromes and the... this probably won't show well, but there is like some duochrome, I think it's the Scarab one, so it's basically red, but it has a green shine to it. So, and I had fun with, you know, brushes and stuff. So I did these, and I did a bunch of others, but the others will be in a video where I review the paper I used. So yeah, basically just trying to have fun, and I'm having a lot of fun actually. So I think I will be posting more of these, especially on Instagram. So yeah, so we'll catch up on the chat. Ugh, oh no, Lena, that's really sad. Lena said that their sister works in the clothing industry and grew more tolerant toward bad practices. That's not good. Destiny is saying, in budget breaking news, I am now the proud owner of every single Sennelier tube, I think it was. Well, congratulations. Oh, Otto was commenting that she's slowly turning me into an abstract painter. I guess so. Oh wow. Yeah, this is this is like gold foil, like I think I got, this is the PBO kind, and like you can see on the blue one that I didn't know what I was doing really. Like I didn't know what kind of thickness you have to use for the window size to work, so it's a bit lumpy, and there were small bubbles, so they made kind of holes into the foil. But yeah, I'm just having fun. I was thinking I might eventually put those on the store, just because I'm gonna end up with a huge pile of them otherwise, and I'm not quite sure what... Like, I don't feel like throwing them away is the answer to this problem. And I guess that if you mat them, like, and possibly have a simple frame, there's still something to be done with those. They're not all that bad, I guess. Well, I mean, I had a blast doing them, so I think they're fine, but then again, tastes are subjective, so there. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, Otto, this is the Pickwick cinnamon tea. It's amazing. It smells so good. I know you didn't quite like that one, but I really enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started on pictures. I didn't have time to warm up either today, so I will try to pick something that is sort of easy, perhaps, just to get rolling. Sorry. Also, I started posting the doodles on Instagram because I kept forgetting to update Instagram, so I figured I should post these, because if I'm to send them away to pet owners, well, that way I can keep sort of a copy of them so I don't forget I did them. Huh. Okay, Destiny is saying that they might do an unboxing, but it would be bragging, which is bad, right? No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't consider it bragging if you do like either small holes or a big hole once in a while. Besides, we all love this stuff. Those who complain, well, they need to go elsewhere. Okay. Yeah, Sam is saying that then all of us brag all the time since we talk paints 24/7. Yep. Okay, I will do a cat. I will do this guy. Zora. I think Zora is one of Malvina's pets. I should perhaps... I always try to write the name of the pets, but maybe I should also write the name of the pet's owner. Yikes. No, why did I? Okay, good. My cats, Scout and Pecco, are both asleep in the fresh, the clean clothes. We did laundry today, and they are both sleeping in the fresh laundry. So we will have fresh laundry that smells of cat, or cats that smell of fresh laundry. Yeah, I think Heather is right. Heather is saying that if people are complaining about the whole videos, it is because they are unhappy with their own life and nothing is going to make them happy anyway. And Grace is saying that they live vicariously through all y'all's whole videos. Yeah. Oh, I really love watching hauls, but I also not hate it, but I'm always wary because it's always a trap to possibly end up spending money you hadn't planned on spending. Like, as much as people say I'm an enabler, I enable myself a lot too. So yeah. This is really, I don't know if you can see, but my pen is really not pointy, which is fine for sketching out the rough shape, but if I want to draw in the eyes and the nose and all that, I think I would prefer to have some kind of point on there. Oh wow, Destiny, that is really awesome. Destiny is saying that they are moving into a new house, which will have a studio for them that they are designing to be their dream retirement creative space, and that they've been looking forward to this for 30+ years. Well deserved, well earned, and I really hope you're gonna have a blast in there. Should be awesome. There's no way this cannot be awesome. Yeah, Sam is saying that, he says that, like, people say you must be rich since you have about $50 to spend on paint a month, but I don't buy food and clothes, I buy paints, that's all. I mean, it's really similar. I don't see why paints are being considered as less of an option for spending money than, say, a new phone or technology. I mean, fine, it's as analog as it gets, but does that make it a bad thing necessarily? Like, I don't smoke and I don't drink alcohol, so I guess that gives me a bit of a leeway somewhere that I can spend on something else, right? Why would I want to drink alcohol when I can buy paints with that money? Seriously, guys. Okay, hopefully, even if this is my warm-up, it's not gonna end up a mess. Oh, wait, Heather, what do you mean the cat house, it is under contract? This Denise saying that they saw one artist who had their Facebook relationship status to as in a relationship with art supplies. And then he's saying that he can't remember the last time he got clothes, but as they say, if you stick with what you have, it will eventually come back into fashion. That is so true. Okay, Sam is asking, he says, I'm sorry for asking this again, but I need help. The coincidence is real. I was planning to ask you about so many cobalt colors. Have you tried any PG19, PG26, PG50 cobalt greens? Hold on. Where is it? Is it? Huh, that's me. Okay, swatchbook, where are you? That's where you are. Okay. Otto is saying that they are a minimalist in their life with the exception of art. Denise is saying, how much do people spend on those things versus what we spend on paint? I mean, look at the price of an iPhone. You cannot buy a new iPhone every time there is a new one out and come to me and say that I spend a lot of money in paints after. Nope, 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 nope. Link is saying that their dad always tells them it's okay to buy a lot of paints and stuff because art is something, the end of it's gone, but it was something like, it's something they enjoy doing. And I agree. It's an investment. It's not like an expense just to spend money. Oh no, Heather, oh no. The cat house was so perfect. Hi, Val. Welcome back, Carrie. Oh yeah, Otto was saying that they know friends who buy the new iPhone every year. That's just nonsense. It's so expensive. I mean, I don't understand. And then you see people with their iPhone and the screen is all cracked and you're like, well, if I had something that had cost me over $1,000, I would be so conscious of keeping it like intact. Okay, so what was it? It was PG. The message has scrolled by. Sam, can you write again the pigments you were looking for so I can find them in this book if I have them? Oh, bye, Lana. Drive safely. PG 19, 26, and 50. PGs, okay. Unfortunately, my PGs... pajamas? No, my green swatches are not in pigment order because it was kind of a mess. So I have them like in color order rather than pigment order. PG 19. It rings a bell, but I don't know where I've seen it recently. Okay, so PG 50. I have a lot of PG 18s, that's Viridian, but PG 19. Oh, maybe I have it in the Kramer set that I have put together but not swatched yet. I think that could be it. PG 26. It's usually kind of a more blue one, I think. Kind of a part of me really regrets putting these swatches in that order, but it was so difficult to sort them out otherwise. Like, they would not be in a pleasing, visually pleasing setup, and that would just annoy me so much. Okay, so PG, it's gone again. Darn it. Okay, I should really write that on my Cobalt Green Pale Daniel Smith. Oh, I think that might be on the swatch sheet that I've seen them. Oh, oh no. Oh no, Denise. No, Denise is saying that they have to reorganize their swatch book because they had to take out about 100 of swatches for the Color Spotlight series. That's a lot of stuff to put back together. Oh. Okay. Okay, so PG19 is Cobalt Green Pale, like auto set. You have a PG50 here. PG28. PG28. Which plastic sleeve do you use for your swatches? It is 2 by 2 inches plastic sleeves for coins. And I use my paper trimmer to cut 2 by 2 inches cards, and that's okay. It's 26. Sorry, PG 26. 19, 26, and 50. Come on, Burn. Well, I'm looking at basically all Daniel Smith has to offer, and they don't seem to have the 26. PG 26. The swatches I have are all 50, and you can see like the turquoise and teal, and also the green. Well, this one is PB28, the Lucas one. So is it PB28 you're referring to, or really PG26? And yes, the swatch book is kind of big. So I don't have a lot of cobalts, I guess, because I don't have these. I don't have all of these yet. I will potentially at some point have enough sets swatched to have to cover. Like Otto was super awesome and sent me a spare Schminke dot card, so I will eventually get to that, and then I will have this in my my swatch sheet like you saw the Daniel Smith, so I will have the reference for a lot more stuff, but for now I don't really know what to say. Oh, I'm so glad you like the permanent violet, Denise. It is really pretty, and I had to really the only place I could find it was this super sad single My Merry Blue half pan that has the permanent violet pigment. I was looking for permanent violet. Yeah, that's the thing. Permanent violet, the PR88 version, and I ordered from Daniel Smith first, and it was the new version that has 2 pigments in it and no PR88. So the only place I could find it was this sad half pan. So I'm really glad you were able to get a tube of the old formula, because it's really nice color. Otto, it is the purple they use in the Shadow Violet from Holbein. Is that it? No, it's not Shadow Violet, it's the purple from the Miyazaki colors. It's this pigment and white. So much is going on in the chat, I have a hard time keeping up. Hi Malvina. Oh, Malvina, is Zora one of yours? I forgot to write the name of the pet owners. So I wanted to draw this pretty kitty to start. And I'm not sure whose cat it is. Kara is saying that, yeah, someone on YouTube paid some $3,000 for the complete Copic collection, but got it stolen like within a week. What? Wow, that's so sad. That's so heartbreaking to get something like that and have it stolen. Oh, okay, she is. So this pretty kitty is Malvina's kitty. Oh, the Copics were stolen from the person's car. That is... gosh, that is depressing. I don't know why, but thieves really depress me. It's so sad to see someone like work to earn something and finally be able to purchase it, and someone just comes by and takes it for them, or to sell at a loss just to get a couple of... Ugh, yuck. What does a thief do with Copic markers? Do you try to sell them on eBay for a low price? I don't know. It just makes me sad. Oh, I think the tail is cut off though. There, I'm gonna be creative with it. Whip. Well, they were sold in a nice metal case, so they must have thought it was something else, then got a surprise when they opened it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, Val, I remember. Val did a super nice fundraiser some time ago for 2 ladies who had their wood burners equipment, like the burners themselves, stolen from their home by a thief. And chances are the thief didn't even know what it was. He just said, hey, this looks fancy, I'm gonna grab this. But I hate thieves, seriously. They're the worst. Well, not the worst, but I really struggle with the mindset it takes to be able to just do it. And I understand that some people have situations and but then again, you just barge in, break stuff. I mean, what if the people have pets? Like, I would much prefer to never have to deal with this problem directly, but my worst fear is that if someone breaks in, is for the cats. I mean, my cats are stupid. I hope they would be too afraid to even go outside, but you never know, and then what can happen? And all the stress of not knowing where your pets are, on top of having to deal with the fact that someone broke in, wow, I can't. I just can't. Carria says, so I took you guys' advice and posted my first watercolor paint review, Cutman. And then Sam says, Cutman triggered. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cutman. Cutman. Oh, bye Denise. Have a good weekend. Have fun with your super nice new purple paint. Okay, we need a happy subject. I agree. So, cats! Heather, what is Havoc up to? Havoc is like this amazing fluffy cat that totally deserves her name of Havoc because she's always wreaking some havoc and she's so funny. Is she in the sink? I hope she's in the sink. That's always funny. What's the weirdest place my cats have been? I'm trying to think. They really like to go on top of the fridge. Like there is a bit of room between the fridge and the cupboard over the fridge. So they pestered us for so long to go there, and so we decided to go check it out to make sure that they can't end up in the roof or in the walls or something because of the way these things could connect to the walls and all that. And finally we see that it's perfectly fine, they should be okay, it should be relatively safe. Only covered in spider webs, but man, that's their problem at that point. So great, we cleared the area on top of the fridge so the cats can go. And sometimes they go and they just sort of hop on behind the cupboard and they are like, it's impossible to see them. So it's really funny. Usually when they go there, it's because they're like crazy and running around and chasing ghosts. So it's always funny to hear them ba-ding, boom, clang, bing, clang, and then they're on top of the fridge. It's really, really funny. Well, I think it's funny anyway. Yeah, my cats are sleeping as well in the pile of fresh laundry. Bun Bun is doing bunny yoga. He lays down in loaf, but he has one paw stretched forward. Aww, that sounds adorable. So yeah, Havoc is currently a puddle in the sink. Oh, Otto, that is so cute. Otto is saying that they put together some tiny pieces of veg for dinner for Jazz, and that hamster dinners look so adorable. Hi, Scarlet Pen. This makes me so happy to see a cat outdoors with a color. It really makes me happy. A lot of the cats we meet up outside here, they don't have colors. And even if for some of them I know they have owners and I know where their house is because they are always around the same area, still makes me so nervous to see pets without colors outside, especially cats. We have a sort of a neighborhood tortie. I struggle with that word, but a tortoiseshell. She's a cute little thing who chose her human really, like she how can I say this? She stuck with this guy until he decided to take her in. And she wouldn't hear anything other than like she decided he was her human and that's it. And I can sort of get close to her now and she will come and like sniff my hand and approach me, but she really fell in love with this human and it's really funny. And then sometimes I see her like walk outside and sometimes the cats will sort of log stairs and there's like this dirty showdown, but she's really cute. I really like her and I'm always happy when I can see her, but she's an outdoor cat, so I'm always nervous at the same time because the city is not a super great place for cats, so yeah. Oh, I enjoy reading everyone's cat stories. Heather is saying, Tipper was sitting like an old man on the cabinets over the fridge. He was like sitting on the top of his tail with his legs straight out and his tail between them. He was looking at me crazy. Oh, better take cover then. I know that colors can be dangerous, but you have some colors that have a specific kind of a clasp that will release if the cats get stuck. But it's just that it's if you see a cat with a color, you won't bring it to a shelter maybe, and yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Hercule Poirot is saying that their neighbor's cat Max is just cleaning himself on their bed. He seems to have adopted them after their two gingers passed. And the cat comes to visit every now and then, stays for a few hours, and then goes away. That's so cool. Oh, what? Scarlet Pen is saying that they heard that there is a law in Norway that says if you hit a cat with your car, you don't have to find the owner, but if you hit a dog, you have to tell them. What? That's silly. Hi. I'm Lady Marjola. And Ian. Heather. Heather is saying that there's no need to take cover from Tipper because he was looking at her like she was a total imbecile and not worthy of his presence. Well, that's a cat for you. And Otto is saying, say Hercule Poirot again. Hercule Poirot. Oh no, that's so cute. Fiona. Hi, Fiona. Fiona is saying that their tortoise shell was the same. She found them on Christmas Day and just rubbed herself against their legs and said, take me home. She has 3 legs. Hi, Victor. I lost the picture again. You guys are too much entertainment. I keep getting sidetracked. I don't know what Zora's tail is like though, because the picture crops off the tail, and I decided to add it in because I thought that this would be kind of weird. But then again, I don't know if it's white, black, mix of both. Oh, you bring your cats for walks? That is so cool. It's great because cats can be really skittish with like the loud noises. So, like Fiona is saying that that they bring their cats in walks. They. Fiona is saying that their cats go for walks with them off the leash. Wow, and that they live in a very quiet area. That is pretty awesome. I've seen a lot of tortoiseshell in the adventure cat area of like Instagram. Like there is Kate of Cat Effect, and there is Evie, I think. Like I've really often see torties. Is it still called there? It's called in the apartment in any case, because I live in an apartment that doesn't get a lot of sunlight. So at the early spring and summer, it's often way cooler in here than outside. So I have to put on many layers inside, and when I go out, I'm like sweating. The tail is white with black in the end. Oh, cool. Awesome. I will be using the always excellent Skoda Ultimo in size 6 to add a bit of paint on this pretty lady. Oh no, I forgot my super awesome sparkly brush rest in the bathroom. So I will use instead this super awesome clay brush rest. Again, if you want to send questions to me specifically, it will be easier if you @ me, like the @. It's called an arrobas in French, so I don't really know what it is in English, but you know, the A with the twirly, and you just have to write, I don't even remember what my username is, but if you start typing it, it's gonna fill in the rest, so even if it's long, you don't have to type the whole thing. But I was saying that they used to have to walk Maria, a cat, on a leash, and that they adopted her overweight and she'd get lost easily. So Otto used to get lots of weird looks. I can imagine. Oh, I missed it. What did Ian get that was special? Oh, I'm Fiona. Torties are really awesome. Like, I have one scout, and she has so much attitude. So it's sort of a thing, because once we went to the vet with her, and she wasn't feeling well, so that wasn't great. But we find out that from the vet's assistant that often tortoiseshell have a lot of attitude, like way more than their size would seem to allow. So they are sort of known for being really like intense and moody and special on their own, like very temperamental. So yeah, like we often joke that Scout probably listens to Evanescence music because it sort of fits her behavior so well, and we find that funny. Wow, in Finnish it can be called Miuku Mauku. Wow, that is pretty intense. Okay, I gotta paint, guys. Oh, picture. Can I show it? Do you mind if I show the picture, Heather? Grace is saying evanescence. I'd believe it. Oh, Scout. Yep. We were watching Agretsuko with Mr. E and I, and we kept making jokes like we cat owners, they will often compare their pets to everything, so we would try to find a comparison for them in the Agretsuko world, and like maybe would Scout listen to death metal? We're like, maybe, and then we both look at each other and said, nah, she listens to Evanescence, clearly. Eve, how are you enjoying the core mini set? It's amazing. I really love it. I've painted quite a few pieces with it and I really enjoy it. There are colors that I just love. There are colors that are really good but that are not my favorite, like say Payne's Gray, but it's going to be quite... wait, hold on. Heather, can I show the picture or not? Oh, wow, Ian. That's so awesome. Oh, wow. 22 tubes of 14 milliliter Winsor & Newton for 26 pounds. That is insane. Oh my gosh, what a great... I hope you will film a haul. You gotta share this with us. But yeah, what was I... Oh yeah, I'm trying to... go back to the picture. But yeah, the picture, Heather, is so cute of Floofy Havoc in the sink. Like, Havoc is the floofiest kitty in the world. She is so very floofy. Maybe some Within Temptation too. Well, don't get too modern with me, Grace. I know of Evanescence because they started being popular in the 90s, I think, or early 2000s, so that's why I know of them, but anything more recent, I don't think I'm really into this. Okay, I'm trying to catch up and paint and catch up and paint. Okay, are there questions, even though I do like cats? Besides keeping swatch journal notebooks, do you keep notes for anything else? A list of different palettes, watercolor recipes? Is it addressed to me? Oh no, I haven't shared Havoc yet. I was waiting for Heather's approval of me sharing the picture. Can you flip it? No, can't flip it. Okay, let's play a game. Let's figure out how Havoc's body is under all that fluff. Like, okay, fine, I can see the tail and the head, and there are paws, and then another paw, and like, where's the fourth paw? And floof. She is so floofy. So insanely floofy, that cat. Okay, I gotta get back to my reference. Doom Doom. Really, Payne's Gray is my favorite. I just don't often use colors that have a black pigment in them. It's just a personal thing. But I find that with this set, when I need super dark, desaturated color, I use the Payne's Gray more often than I would in any other sets so far. Okay, so just in general, besides the swatch book and all the swatches and everything, I have a notebook for when I make my own watercolor paints from pigment. I keep track of my recipes in there. I don't keep track of mixes. Often when I paint, I am just too much into it and I don't pause to write like, oh, this color and this color was great, which maybe I should. I think it's a good idea to keep track of these things, but I'm just either confident in my skill to be able to mix stuff, or I just don't really mind. Do I have any other kind of notebooks? I will sometimes like use my sketchbook for journaling if I go somewhere or do something special. So I can like keep, it's like keeping notes of the trip but with art and paint. Like, oh, I ate at that place and the food was good, and so if I go back to the same city and I'm like, I don't remember if the food was great at that place or if it was terrible, I can check out my log and find it. Our fourth paw is under the tail. The tail is crazy floofy. Oh wow. So they're saying that she measured a hair of Havok's once and it was 7.5 inches. Whoa. That's some really floofy long hair. Thread is asking, I'm interested, why doesn't anyone care that Perlin green is a black pigment? I think it's mostly because it's not really a black, it's a green color that happens to have a black pigment coat, but it's not really black when you look at it. So it doesn't dull down the color too much when you mix it with something else. Sometimes black, they will like really kill off the vibrancy of a color super fast, but Perlin green doesn't seem to be doing that. Heather is saying it's black at Mastone in reference to Perlin green, which is why it's considered a black pigment. I really don't know. I really don't know. So I think Zora has like yellow-green eyes, possibly. There are a bit in the shadow on this photo, so I will try to... Yay, so the warm-up turned out pretty decent, and I am glad for that. So, yeah, okay, so I left some paint on the weird silicone mixing area, and it's definitely weird in that I think it's gonna be porous, right? It feels like it really sucks in the color and won't necessarily release all of it. So maybe if you are the kind of person that really needs a pristine palette, maybe try not to use this area for mixes or for super light colors or perhaps white, because you might be disappointed if this doesn't clean up nicely. I'm not really bothered, so yeah. Oh, I gave her a bit of the yellow eyes. I will try to greenify them. Seems like it's this yellow-green that is really common in cat eye colors. It's really lovely, super light green. There. Ever tried Aurelian? The real one? Oh, I'm glad you like her, Malvina. Awesome. Okay, let's get started on a new one. Some pictures are really funny. Okay, so it's gonna be a great challenge, but I will try to draw this one. Macy. Cute little dog, but I am like super duper inexperienced with dogs. Cats, it's somewhat easy because they kind of all have the same structure in terms of face and body shape, but dogs, there is so much variance that you sort of have to learn something new every dog you draw. So I will try. Aurelian. I've tried the one on the swatch card from Daniel Smith. I am not sure I have the real one. Roaching? I thought the word was reaching. Grace, what is roaching? Oh, thank you so much, Heather. Heather is saying that she loves that painting of Zora. She's beautiful. Thanks. And that they must say that I have gotten better and better with each Caturday. Thank you so much. Google it. Greyhound roaching. I will make note of it. Sam, you gotta stop sniffing your paints. Sam is saying that cadmium red deep PR 108 smells like metal/blood. I never noticed, and I have a couple of pans of that one. Maybe it depends on the brand. I will not stick my nose. Well, I have done it, so I guess I shouldn't say that, but I usually try not to sniff my paints too intensely. I think this paw is curled up underneath. I don't know if dogs do that or if it's just cats. Heather is updating us on the Havoc situation by saying that the monster has awakened. Havoc is sitting up in the sink watching the other kitties chasing whatever it is they are chasing under the bed, making all sorts of crashing box noises, of course. Of course. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people have been sniffing their paints. Oh, hi Tsukabu, I forgot to say hi. Sorry. Who can resist sniffing acrylic markers though? I'm usually sniffing. Oh, what was it? Val, if you're still there, maybe you remember. You know, you had those markers you tried on wood, and they have like a super specific name, and they smell super strong. But like it's a smell a bit like what's the word? I only have the word in French, so I'm useless for that. But it's this type of marker that have a super strong smell. It's not alcohol, it's not water, of course, it's not oil, it's something else. And it's really intense, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be bad for the super sensitive people, but I've always loved that So apparently the greyhounds who roach do so because it looks like a dead cockroach. That is so funny. She looks so silly. Thanks for the picture, Grace. Yeah, the chart pack markers. It's xylene. Yes, yes, the xylene markers. Macy has such big eyes. Really adorable. Sniffing socks. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not at that point. I will stick to xylene. No, I don't sniff it, but I have fond memories of it being... I think they were perhaps easier to find in the 80s when I was really young. And I'm pretty sure I doodled with them at some point. Either at my dad's work, which was like an office, so it's not like they had many types of pens and markers around. So I'm pretty sure they had a few xylene pens there that I would doodle on when Dad would bring me to work. And yeah, and I just remember like the way the smell and the way they would like bleed through all the papers ever. No papers are safe from xylene. But yeah, it was it's like a fun memory thing. Oh, I can show the picture, Grace. Cool. I will. Because it's actually really funny. I'll try to zoom in a bit, but that is so silly. And is she sleeping like that? It's a really cute picture. It's really funny. Okay. If you want to spice up your food, use PR264 Naphtha Red by M. Graham and Reelin for smell. I think I will pass. I think I need to get a mug that will keep warm longer for when I'm live streaming, because my tea gets cold super fast. Okay, so I'm gonna try inking this. I hope that's not too much of a mess. Well, if anything, it's good practice, so there. Gotta practice to get better, right? Right, guys? Is it possible to spice maple syrup? Well, there's nothing that stops you from adding cinnamon to it, I guess. It's not usually sold as a spiced thing, but you can do whatever you want with it. It's versatile like that. We would often make, you know, when you make thin crepes, crepe? I have no idea how to say that word in English. I can only say it in French, but you know, the really thin pancakes? Crepe. Crepe Suzette, if I remember my Downton Abbey correctly. We would often season them with like maple syrup, and you sprinkle some cinnamon, and then you roll the crepe and you slice it and eat it. So yeah, but I've never seen like spice infused maple syrup. I think the eyes are probably a bit skewed on this one. I am sorry, Macy. I don't mind cool tea sometimes, but this one is a black cinnamon with sour cream in it, so cold it's a bit lackluster. It's still good, but it's not as... It's the kind of tea I prefer to drink warm than cool, but if I have like green tea with lemon, this is kind of tasty cool as well. Oh, just pancakes? Because Brits are weird and only have them super thin. I really enjoyed watching Downton Abbey, even if I really love half of it and I really hate half of it, so it's always like weird to rewatch it, but I must have rewatched the whole thing at least 3 or 4 times by now. I just put it in the background, and since I've watched it so often, the parts that annoy me I work, and the parts that I like I pay a bit more attention. But yeah, at some point the cook prepares some crepe Suzette, and it made me laugh because I was like, haha, crepe, des crêpes, haha. French word, French cuisine. But finding good maple syrup in Europe is not easy. Most of them taste like liquid sugar, which is not tasty at all, says Zoe Hitchhikes. Yeah, we call that one, the one that tastes like liquid sugar, it's a French expression. I don't know if there's a way I could translate it, but it's sirop de poteau. Sirop is syrup, and poteau is like just you know, like the tree trunks they use to put the electric words. Come on, words, come back to me. You know, outside you have the trees, and then you got the posts they use to have all the electric stuff attached to them. Well, that's what we call cheap sugar syrup. It's like syrup from these posts that are not trees. And maple syrup is the syrup from the trees. So yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. Crab syrup. No, it's post syrup, which is not a good thing to you shouldn't be proud of producing, like, you know, the golden syrup and the corn syrup and all that stuff. That's what we call the post syrup, like post as opposed to a real tree. Okay, so these eyes are a bit creepy since they are a bit undetailed, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, what's oh, it's Havoc again. What is she doing? Is she doing a blip? Is she washing her paws? Or is she just being silly again? Heather. And also, do you mind if I show it? So, Dan, why are you triggered by cold tea? Otto saying, wait, that means I've never had real maple syrup. Well, have you? Like real syrup from maples? Or if you guys have the thing that is labeled golden syrup. Yeah, we call that sirop poto here. It's not a good thing to be called the sirop poto. Sirop de poto. Yeah, okay, guys, Havoc again. Just, I don't know, chilling in the sink. And I remember, like, Heather showed me pictures of when she rescued this floof ball, and you couldn't possibly tell that she's gonna end up this floofy. She had, like, short-ish hair. Not this level of a floof, which I find really mind-blowing. It's amazing. So fluffy. Oh, Kitty is so pretty. Grace sent me a picture of her cat just enjoying the sun and being quite floofy as well. Huh. Rose hip hibiscus tea. No, I really don't like hibiscus. I think some people are sort of, they don't perceive the bitter taste of it, so they can enjoy it more, but I really perceive the bitter taste of hibiscus, and it really is a party pooper for me. Tea should be hot, cold tea is an abomination. Well, do you have a way to keep it warm though, Dan? Say you have a cup of tea on the table, do you put it in kind of a sleeve that will keep it warm or something? Because mine on the table just gets cold. I love this inking pen. It's amazing. Dries fast, super waterproof. You can refill it, so you don't have to buy a new one all the time. I think it's probably best not to erase over it, because I think it makes it a bit more gray. But aside from that, Tsukabo is saying that they like the rosehip hibiscus tea with some cane sugar. Kind of balances out the bitterness. I agree, but I'm really not big on sweetened drinks. Like, I've started to realize that whenever whenever I make tea, I much prefer it without sugar in it. Cream, sure, but no sugar. So I have unsweetened cream that I put in my drinks, and I used to like sugared stuff more, but not in the mood for it right now. Oh, okay, so you're good. Otto, if your bottle says pure Canadian maple syrup #1 light grade, that's fine. It's just that you got the light grade, so it's not going to be the super intense taste you can have in something like amber or really, really strong grade. Like, the darker the maple syrup is, the the stronger the taste will be. But a light grade is fine as long as it's indeed, you know, a maple syrup. Yes, it is the Carbon Platinum in extra fine. It's a really great pen. Hey, I'm sort of on a theme of black and white pets today, it would seem. It's kind of nice for me because I can reuse the same color mix I made. Okay, let's try to do this pupper's justice by making it cute. A Contigo mug. Hercule Poirot says you should treat yourself to a Contigo mug. Their sister gave them one, and it's the best for keeping tea and coffee warm for ages. I will check it out. Maple syrup is expensive even for us here, so yeah. It's usually around 10 Canadian dollars for a can. A can is what, about 500 milliliters? So, I mean, it's, of course, it's going to be more affordable than anywhere you have to ship this stuff because you don't have to pay extra for the shipping and all that stuff, but it still is kind of a fancy, expensive item to get, even for us here. Well, Cyan, the Carbon Platinum pen is like, this one here is like, what, $13, $15 perhaps? It's really not that expensive. Oh, Grace, how did the pancakes go down with the weird / fancy maple syrup? Speaking of maple syrup in general. So, Otto, do you prefer the lighter maple syrup or the stronger stuff? What? Otto saying that ISO 3103 colon 1980 is the ISO for how to make a hot cup of tea. What? Oh, well, enjoy brunch, Tsukabu. Brunch. Oh, I wish we used maple syrup as a currency. It would be worth more than our stupid current currency. Oh no, you forgot to have some? Oh no. Aw. Well, I'm glad it was appreciated by the husband. I hope you will get a chance to taste it. Maybe I missed my my chance. Maybe I shouldn't have made a paint channel, but more like a maple syrup trade channel, and be like a pusher of maple syrup on a bunch of people. Oh, Otto, you've never had the stronger stuff. Well, you know someone who lives there, so maybe if you wanna try the stronger stuff, you could tell them, you know. Stuff could happen. Who knows? I don't think I quite got the proportions of the face right, but practice. I will get better eventually. That's the whole point of practice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how you could stay here in Canada for a whole month and not get to taste more of maple syrup. Oh, yeah, you have a chance, Grace. You can make like a what's it called? It's dégustation in French. Is it the same in English? But like you put a couple of drops of each in fancy spoons and have a tasting. Oh, a tasting, that's the word. People send me paint, I send maple syrup. I wish our money smelled like maple syrup. It just smells like money, which is kind of gross. It smells like metal and 1 billion dirty hands handling it. Oh, yeah, of course. If you can come visit, that's even better. But you have a way to acquire. You have an access to the maple market at a better price, maybe. So that's also something. What is this strange fascination of maple syrup? It's only the best tasting thing ever. It's a great sweetener and it tastes really good and is amazing with pancakes and waffles and what's it called? Lost bread. We call it like pain doré, which is like golden bread, but like cinnamon toast. I don't know what it's called in English. It's great. You basically dip egg in a mixture of dig bread. The words. You dip bread into a mixture of eggs and milk. Can be like non-dairy milk, and you cook that in the pan, and you wait until it's golden, and then you serve it, and you eat it with maple syrup, and it's amazing. Oh, thanks for the love of Canada, Otto. Hey, that's what I'm terrified of. Dan is saying that he would visit Canada, but he thinks he would enjoy it so much he wouldn't want to go back. That's one of the reasons I'm terrified of going to Japan. I'm really scared I'm gonna like it so much that it's gonna be super depressing to come back. Not that this is bad here, but I don't know, it's kind of scary. Oh yeah, French toast. I should have known. How could I not figure out that it was called French toast? Seriously. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. I gotta show you that because that's pretty awesome. So, I've showed pictures of Havoc being the floof. So this is Floofy Havoc, just as a reminder. And Heather has sent me a picture of non-Floofy Havoc. And it's just... It's kind of funny that she's in the sink anyway. But look at that. It's such a tiny, not floofy kitten. And then I don't know what happened, but it went like floof explosion. There's no danger there. Japan is amazing to visit but awful to live in. It's kind of sad. I keep hitting all the wrong buttons on my phone. I'm sorry. I'm really not savvy with this stuff. Yeah, the more I look at this little drawing of Missy, the more I see how weird the shape of the head I painted is. Hopefully I will be able to still turn this into not too much of a mess, but... Doggies, why are you so hard to draw? Why am I so inexperienced in drawing doggies? And that's because I don't draw them enough. So, there. Well, of course, no country is perfect. I'm replying to Dan. Dan said that Canada looks amazing. Not sure if he's seen a country look so nice before. Yeah, but I mean, like every country, there are issues here too. And we get our fair share of problems, but there is worse, and you don't even have to go that far to see some really weird stuff going on, which is really unfortunate. But let's not get into politics and stuff, because that's not fun. Those are not great topics. Those are divisive topics, and I really don't want to talk about that. No, putting your finger in the paint is not a great idea, Ev. Ah, that's great, Kabu. So Tsukabo is saying that they went camping in Canada once. Some of the nicest random strangers helped us pitch our tent. They were still in their teens then. It sounds like Canada. It sounds like us. Sounds pretty close to home. I used to go camping in Maine. I don't know why my parents were so focused on going to Maine, because it's not like we don't have some nice places like in Gaspésie and all that, but yeah, we would go to the US. Maybe I should stick to cats today. Maybe I'm in a cat mood. This one really just cracks me up. So silly. Oh no, Grace! Sorry. Yes, it's Rowdy Boy doing his best impression of no idea, but cats can roll in so many ways. It's always funny. Oh, I will try to. I will have to go really soon, so I will try to get this done. But yeah, I have to sort of leave earlier today, earlier-ish. And that's the phone. Sorry. So Yeah, I forgot to write whose pets is whose. So Tsukabu, this is your cat, right? Tsukabu is saying that he can be just a wild floppy baby. That's a good example of floppiness in a baby. Oh, bye Zoe. Have fun. Well, not only that, but Grace, why are you talking with Mr. E? What are you guys talking about? That's a good floof. Good belly floof on Rowdy Boy. And jelly beans. Jelly beans. Why hasn't Jelly Belly made a type of jelly bean that's called cat's paw or a mix, and it's like pink, white, and some kind of like brown jelly beans in a mix? Otto is saying, I 100% blame you for this. I've been fighting the urge to get more Ultimo brush. Which ones are you interested in getting? Like what sizes? Yay, another kitty with a color. Colors are great. Colors are great for kitties that go outside. Hello, boy. that reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. The way they say boy in it. We saw Thor Ragnarok again, like yesterday, and it still made me laugh so much. It is so absurd. It's such a fun movie. What's Ultimo made of? It's fake squirrel. It's a Escoda Ultimo Sintetico Barcelona, and it is fake squirrel, but it is amazing fake squirrel. Like, it's super snappy for squirrel and keeps the point really well and holds a ton of water. And they are amazing. Oh, so size 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Wow. Do you really need all those sizes? Oh, bye, Lisa. Thank you so much for hanging with us hanging with us. Yeah, sorry. Like, I would probably get 8. Would I get 8? No, I would get 10, 14, and 18. Because these brushes are so nice that by skipping one size, you can usually grab the one that is the closest to it. Like, instead of the 8, you use the 10, and it's gonna hold the point super nicely as well. Like, I have 18. Well, do I count the travel brushes in that? I really have to... I should be drawing. Okay, I'll do this quick. So I got the Escoda. I have a 1 because I want to use it for inking. So it's not really for painting. The travel set, which is the first one I got, has a 2, a 6, and a 10, which is a really nice range. It's the 3 set instead of the 6 set. And then I bought, when they had the rounds, because they didn't have them first, I bought 2, 6, 10, so like the travel set, and an 18. And I think that for me, that's the best. I don't need the 4, I don't need the 8. And I don't need, and the 10 is good. Perhaps I would get the 14 to go between these two eventually. But the first I got were to see if I liked the non-travel versions. I usually skip a size. I don't get all the sizes. Okay, I think this is fairly decent. Oh, maybe not. I say that and then I say a huge mistake in the paw. The paw! I'm getting silly. This is such a weird angle for the paw, like it's really not easy to draw. Because it's coming towards us. It's like the shadow that helps sell it. And then there's a tail somewhere in there, floofy tail. Okay, I will try. I'm sorry I have to leave so quickly. Eve, have I ever sent you the video where Havoc is playing and yanks the toilet paper roll down? Nope, nope, you haven't, but you have to. Now you have to send it to me. Otto is saying that, to be honest, they mainly use 10 and 12 the most. So might just get spares of ones. Yeah, that's a good place to start. I don't know how long they last because I haven't had mine for so long. Oh no! Oh no! Thanks, Hercule Poirot, for telling me. So that means that she was the only one watching, right? Hercule Poirot is the only one watching the stream, because they're the only one to tell me that I'm drawing off camera. So how long do the brushes last, and do they last well? I don't know. I haven't used mine for a whole while. I can say that, just quickly say I wet my Travel Ultimo 6, which I used, and I compare it to the newer one. Wet, they are fairly similar. If I could keep touching it. So they are fairly similar. The older one still has a decent point when it's properly, I don't know how to do this, but anyway, it still works for me, but I haven't used it for a super long time, so I don't know how well they're gonna last. I don't need this, I need this. how does the Skoda Ultimo compare to the Skoda Versatile? I really don't know. I only have one Skoda Versatile brush and I haven't used it a lot. I find that the Kolinsky brushes, natural hair Kolinsky, no wait, the Versatile is not the natural hair Kolinsky, right? I have only one, truly I have only one Versatile that I use, and it's the Rigger, so it's really different. It has like super long hair. Still works great. They're both great brushes, but I don't know why I really like the Ultimo. Perhaps I should try the Versatile in a similar size, like a size 6, so I can compare. Yeah, the Reserva is the real Kolinsky one. I got mixed up for a moment. So yeah, I'm not super fond of the Reserva, just because I find that usually real Kolinsky hair tends to fray a lot faster. And it just bothers me that when dry, the brush has all these hairs poking out, even if it's okay when wet mostly. Like if you want to use more of a dry brush when painting, you don't want to have all the hairs poking out. So yeah, but so far I've used my Versatile for doing the abstract paintings I did, and it's been really awesome for that. I like that it has super long hair, so you can use it sideways or in many more ways than just the usual one. Scarlet Pen says, I just posted a video with my voice in it for the first time and I am terrified, even though I have like 3 subscribers. Any tips? Be open to feedback, because audio can be really difficult to figure out on our own. I know that for me, even if the feedback was accurate, but it was a bit hard to read in the beginning because the audio quality was bad. Well, eventually you sort of realize that what's important and find ways to fix it, and it truly gets easier with practice again. And overall, people are really nice. Like you guys, you're pretty okay with my accent and the weird stuff that I say sometimes, and my grammar that is sort of wonky. And I mean, this community is generally nice. Like everyone is nice, so it removes a lot of the stress of posting stuff online. So I think that's great. That's a bit really roughly sketched in, just to give some sort of context to the pose. I forgot to. Oh, hi, Mickey. Well, I'm glad if you don't pick up on all the words that I say wrong. Oh yeah, if you get comments that are really nasty, you remove them. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh no, Patricia, what happened? Oh no, Patricia had a vet emergency with Kadzi? Kitty. Yeah, the thumbs down are gonna be like, I get a few every video and I don't really mind, because the funny thing is that the thumbs down, they still count for engagement. So even if people basically use the coward's way of saying, I don't like this, I don't like your opinion of paints. I'm like, well, okay, fine, you don't like my opinion of paints, but YouTube still sees this as engagement, so someone interacted with your videos, or for them it's a good thing. It doesn't count as a bad thing, even if for us it can be a bit disheartening to see thumbs down on a video. So yeah. Oh no, it's his heart. Oh no. Oh no, let's all send energies and hugs to Patricia. Oh no. I hope it's gonna be something that can be fixed. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Patricia. Poor sweetie. Yeah, yeah, I've also occasionally hit the thumbs down without wanting to, but if you click it again, it removes it, so it's fine. And yeah, I think that, like, even putting a thumbs down is, even if a video has like way much more thumbs down than thumbs up at some point, it might still bring it to the trending videos because of that, so it still counts. Like, I don't think YouTube sees negative versus positive, it just sees like the total. So yeah, if you really want to make a kind of some slight impact on a video, just don't thumbs it up if you don't like it. Aww. Yeah, I hope everything turns out okay, Patricia. He's comfortable, but not a happy boy. Is he older? Oh man, this is so sad. I think you didn't send me pictures of Kazi. I think you only sent me Bodhi, right? I love the fact that this kind of collaborative project between all you guys and me drawing your pets has made me know a lot more about everyone's pets, which I think is pretty awesome, because I really like pets, and I really like cats, obviously. So I feel like through knowing everyone's cats, I know everyone a bit more too. And I mean dogs and other pets as well, but like I said, since cat is a language that I understand, like knowing about everyone's cats make me really feel like I know them better now, which is kind of weird. But I love it. I love cats. I keep wanting to eventually be able to build up enough stuff that I can have like special prints that I can sell and give all the profits to the local cat shelters, because I really wish I could help cat shelters more, but I really don't have the heart to work there. I think it would break me, and they do work that is amazing, so I really wish that I can set it up. I have two causes that I really wish I could be more active towards. It's bee conservation and cat shelters. Oh, Kazi is 18 and has had great health. Well, if you feel like it, you can, since you sent me Bodhi, you can send me pictures of him too if you want. Oh yeah, Fiona, send pictures. By all means. I've written in the description one of the ways you can get pictures to me, so I can add them to the selection, to the board, because I store them on a Pinterest board, since it's really easier for me to have everything on Pinterest and online, so I can check them on my phone. I keep wanting to put this color elsewhere than it's needed, like I did some shadows, but this is the color for the pattern. The pattern, pattern, word. How do words work? Yeah, Heather, I'm like you. Heather says that they can't do shelters, they can't foster either, because they keep them. Yeah, I can't foster because I have no room for fostering. Like, even if you can foster without a lot of room, I have 2 cats already, so that limits my option. But shelters, they would just destroy me. I would be crying all the time, and I would want to adopt them all. So yeah. Also, Kize is Buddy's son, huh? Aww. So Tsukawa is saying that they adopted Rowdy Boy from a local shelter, so this guy. He'd been there for a month, and no one wanted him because he had a boo-boo on his leg. He tried breaking down his little door to get at us when he first saw us. Yeah, that's a sign. You were to be his humans. A lot of places will let you do monthly donations for small amounts, like $5, $10. That's very true, but it's still like there's already a lot of small bills to pay on a monthly basis, and I figure that I would like to earn a bit more money before I can spend a bit more money. Do you have a group yet, Eve? What kind of group? An easy way to help your local cat shelter is to follow them on social media, then repost their posts when they are trying to find less cats or new homes for kitties. That's good to know. Thanks, Otto. Okay, good, Fiona. Perfect. Yeah, Carrie, I agree. Carrie is saying that English is insanely difficult, that she wasn't born in America but have been here for decades and still get confused. Yeah. So apparently this rowdy boy, yes, so Chloe was saying that the shelter said it never reacted like that before, and of course his boo-boo is all healed now, of course. I mean, these things, they heal. The cat just needs a bit of time to heal. Facebook group, yes, of course I have a Facebook group. I've been having one for more than a year now. We are a few people over 100 strong on the Facebook page, I think, which is kind of great. And I'm always late on posting updates there, but it's not a group where people share all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I have a Facebook page. I don't have time to really manage a group like Lindsay's group, where everyone posts pictures and all that, because that requires a lot of work. And I can barely keep up with stuff like Patreon and other... Oh, speaking of, okay, Patreon, story time. I went yesterday to get my prints, because I've been... not forgetting, because I clearly did not forget. I was thinking about it all the time, but it's been like... It took me a bit of time before I could set up pictures for the rewards of the last 2 months on Patreons. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, patrons. But I went yesterday to get them printed, and I was all excited, and it was like Friday, and I was like, okay, I'm getting this done. This is gonna be done today, right? So I get to the printer, and there's like a billion people waiting, and it's so hot in there. Like I don't think the guy puts the heater on, but just the machines being there, and like the way toner is sealed is through heat. So basically, you have a bunch of machines that are just heating all the time. And being warm and everything, and it was so hot in there, and it's tiny place, and I waited for a couple of minutes, and then I went, you know what, here's my job, you know, the guy knows me, and I just quickly told him what I wanted, and I said, okay, just write to me when they're gonna be ready next week, because I'm not waiting an hour here. I'm just gonna pass out because it's gonna be way too warm in here. So yeah, hopefully I can get the prints to the Patreons next week. That's my goal. Like, the envelopes are ready, everything is ready, I'm waiting on the prints. What's the Facebook group? The Facebook page is Eve Bolt's Vault. I never remember how I set it up, but it's the same name as this channel, basically. I was so excited to finally get the Patreon stuff out and to the patrons. I was really bummed out yesterday. I was like, stupid thing. And I was like all sweaty because of the weird weather outside, and I came home and I was just like, rah! So I changed into my pajamas and ate toast, and that was my pick-me-up. Bread is always a good pick-me-up. So yeah, hopefully next week, and then I will try to not be so late for the next ones. I really wish I could print at home, but then again, printer ink is so expensive. I would love to have the freedom of correcting the colors myself and really choosing what I want. But it's not super easy. And even like the people I've seen who do it, I've bought just a few prints from them to see a bit, because I wanted to support them, but also to see how it would look. And it's not like I don't have access to the same stock that the printer guy has, and he prints laser, so it's waterproof, which is kind of a great thing when you send something out in the mail, even if I always put like a bit of a backing board and a protective sleeve, and I try to make this like it's gonna survive the travel, But you never know. Like, I've received mail that was drenched because my my postman can be a bit of a lazy ass at times, and he will not protect his envelopes from the rain. And yeah, so you never really know how something is gonna turn out. So I always try to make it great. But I love the fact that it's toner, and toner is waterproof, because I think that's a great extra step that makes this easier for me and for the person getting the print too. Okay, so I will have to go soon. Just finishing this. Ah, I'm glad. Tsukabo, if you want the sketch, you can write to me, like either on Facebook or anywhere, and if you give me your address, I will send it to you. Because like I said, same with the abstract art. I love doing these, and this is good practice, but ultimately I don't have space to keep them all. So if the people want it, I'll happily send it to them. Wait, just like. Oh, did I miss something? Triple parentheses. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I will check it out. Thanks, thanks, Grace, for mentioning it. So, alright, so just to, well, I don't really have a lot of recapping to do, because for once these are all on the same page and all in the same direction. But this is today's practice pieces. I keep on doing less and less of them. You guys are too entertaining. But, yeah, so I drew Zora and Macy and Rowdy Boy. Thank you guys for letting me draw your pets. And, if you guys in general enjoyed the pet drawing stream, they are very convenient for me to do because it is good practice. So, yeah, more of this to come. Yeah, sure, Cyan, not a problem. If someone orders something from the Etsy shop and they want also the sketch of their pet, I will combine both, not a problem. Just let me know. Oh yeah, I can show the clip of Havoc, sure. Can I? Okay, hold on. This is really funny. I just wish it would flip. Why won't flip? Is my screen locked or something? Yeah, doesn't it? What's stupid thing? Okay, so I will rewind it as best I can. Pause it. Okay. So I hope you guys can see. Fine. I'm gonna press play. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. That was amazing! She's so funny! She was a kitten then, right? She seems like super not too fluffy. Oh, it's hilarious. I'm gonna put it again, I think, because it's that great. Stop. Okay. Oh yeah. flip, the first flip is insane. She just flops over. So, alright, so we will end on this happy note. And just a quick thing before I leave to other cat owners, but if your cat enjoys all kinds of toys, have you noticed if they prefer when you combine stuff? Like for Havoc, the fun was not in having the toy or the toilet paper, it was having both at the same times. And my cats are like that too. Like if you hide a toy under some packing paper, they will go insane for it. But if you have the paper and the toy, they will be not interested in either. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for being there today. I am sorry I have to go, well, I want to say early, but it's still 2.5 hours of stream. But yeah, you guys were super nice, super fun, and I really enjoy spending some time with you this afternoon. So we will see each other soon, and I will be doodling more of these. So if you want your pet drawn, check out the description box for more information. And have a great weekend, and see you all. Take care.